Hello everyone, my name is Filimon Kiros and I'm a first year PhD candidate in the Environmental Health Science Department. Just like what my fellow graduate students said, the path that we all take is not really direct, and the path that I took before solidifying my interest in environmental studies, particularly in air pollution, did not take a straight path. It's still surprising to me that just a few years ago, when I was a sophomore in college, I was preparing to take the dental school admissions test, and if someone had seen my resume back then, it sure seemed that I knew what I was doing with my life. But it turns out that I was living what my parents and what my family had intended for me. You see, growing up in Ethiopia, which by the way is a landlocked country located at the East Horn of Africa, a typical kid like me only had a few options after high school. One is to go to a public medical or dental school. The other one is to go to a non-private engineering or law school. There's no such thing as undergraduate study to discover your true academic potential. Also, finding your passion in science in a typical high school in Ethiopia where, for example, there's at most one microscope per classroom that's usually filled with 70 students, as you can imagine, is very challenging. So when my parents were still deciding whether I should go to medical or dental school, life suddenly changed its course, and I found myself in this wonderful campus a year later. It all happened so fast that I didn't have time to stop and to think that this campus was indeed a remarkable institution that gives birth to so many brilliant minds. And now that my family is here in the States, becoming financially stable to provide for them was not my priority anymore. When that weight was lifted, I started shaping my own future step by step. I came to UMass as an undeclared and then followed my brother's footsteps and started studying biology. And then I quickly realized that I didn't like memorizing plant species names. But I did appreciate the human life aspects of biology. In my junior year, I had a few laboratory experiences, a few internships, and a public health class that guided my interest into human health research. The most significant moment in my college career as a declared public health major happened when one of my mentors introduced me to Dr. Richard Peltier. I'm not sure if he's here right now, who's a phenomenal atmospheric scientist and an outstanding teacher who has a thing for studying air pollution in developing countries like Nepal and India. Although my soul searching took longer than usual, I found myself immersed in an exciting world of environmental health science during my senior year. Although graduation was around the corner, I simply did not want to leave. I felt like I just started learning. So I applied to be an intern following my graduation, and then to become a graduate student. Entering an exciting world of environmental health science has helped me develop a perspective on the interaction between organisms and environmental exposures that are biologically relevant, and how to relate this knowledge and apply it to designing preventive measures in the real world. In short time, I had started writing on a publication that looks at air pollution in Nepal, Kathmandu, the capital city, and realized that I can see myself conducting similar studies in developing nations and publishing more and more studies for the rest of my life. Especially our lab's air pollution work in developing countries helps me connect to my future endeavors in what I might be able to achieve someday in Ethiopia as an independent future scientist. Thank you for your time.